Take me back to that day a little bit, if you can. In December 2020, a couple of years ago, you're in Tallahassee. You're playing great. You're SEC preseason player of the year. It's early in the season, and you collapse. What do you remember from that day?
I remember going to the game. I think I had just shot a 3 in the right wing. I hit the side of the backboard, and then came down the court, got a steal, and I got the lob. And then after that, everything just went black. And I just remember waking up in the hospital. The doctor said that's normal. It's gonna I guess something's gonna trigger it to come back, but hopefully it don't. But so I mean, that's all I remember. Just me getting the dunk right before I fell, and then me waking up. We had the huddle, we had the timeout, and then I walked out. That's when I was walking out of the timeout, that's when everything went black.
How long was it that you woke up after you collapsed? Do you remember how long you were? Right, weren't you?
I was in a coma. Yeah, I was in a coma for 3 days, and then that's when I finally woke up. I was in Tallahassee. They flew me in a helicopter to Gainesville, and they said when I got to Gainesville, as soon as I landed in Gainesville, I woke up.
Wow. Yeah, so you woke up, had no idea where you were. You're back in Gainesville. Yeah. The last thing you remembered was being on the court.
Yeah. So when I woke up, I was back in Gainesville. So I'm thinking I'm about to get up for a game or something. Wow. Get ready for a game.
So you didn't even know?
I didn't know.
No idea what was going on.
Because when I woke up, it was everything was still blurry. And then I looked, and I was like, all right. I'm thinking I'm about to finally get up. And I turned to the right to my mom. I'm like, what's she doing? I said, damn. I looked down. I seen it. And then my dad came in like, oh, you finally woke up? And I was like, yeah. I started laughing.
So then you asked,
that's when I asked, what happened? And they were like, my mom was like, you collapsed in the game. I was like, for real? And she was like, yeah. Y'all let me see. She wouldn't let me see the video.
She wouldn't?
Like, nobody would let me see the video. Yeah, as soon as I got my phone, that was the first thing I watched.
Come on. And what did you think after you watched?
It was just shocking. I just wanted to see what everybody was texting and trying to talk about. So it kind of depressing, I guess, just seeing it. But God got me through it now. So,
what was the low point was it when they told you weren't going to play that season? Do you remember? Because I know you were super positive around your teammates, but there were some tough moments there with coaches, obviously with family.
I say Coach White seen it. When I went to the doctor, I think my last appointment at Florida, he had told me it was a breakdown. He thought I was going to be clear. I'm not. And he told me I wasn't. And I broke down crying in the room. It was Coach White, Duke, our athletic trainer. He was there, and my mom. My dad was on the phone. He had to work, so he couldn't make it out. But he told us that, and I feel like that was probably the lowest I ever been, because I didn't know if I was gonna get cleared again or if it was just gonna be over it right then. So,
was there a moment when you didn't think you would ever be able to play again? There had to be moments.
Yeah, I would say that doctor appointment. That's the moment I thought. But after it, my mom and my dad was they said, don't let this appointment determine what your goal is going to be. We still going to get other opinions. We're not going to let one person do it. So after they said that, then it helped me lift up my spirit and stuff. And then we going to the next appointment, and that went good. So then I started back again, feeling good again, and then went to the last appointment, and then he said that was looking good as well, and he said he cleared me. So,
are you able to work out?
No,
nothing.
I couldn't work out for 2 years.
On your own?
No, the most they ever let me do was stationary, so it was either form shooting, but I never couldn't I couldn't run, I couldn't do drills at Florida, so it was just 2 years of not doing nothing. Nothing but
stationary shooting.
Yeah, stationary shooting, really.
So if you tried to do more than that,
they wouldn't let me.
Who?
Athletic trainer. He was watching me.
So anything you did,
yeah.
Did it feel like you were almost in a bubble? People were treating you, in a way that.
I was someone here. They didn't want me to dunk, so here, sometimes I might try to sneak a dunk real fast, and then.
Could you still dunk?
Yeah,
no problem.
Sure. Yeah, it was easy, but it was just he didn't want me to jump, so I try to sneak real fast and do something when he not looking, and then just to see if I could still do it. But at the end, I never overdid anything though.
A lot of players, going into the year you collapsed, your junior year, you were considered a potential first-round pick. A lot of players have these insurance policies that they get if they are potential first-round picks or lottery picks or whatever. You had one that you had gotten right, in July, I think the summer before that, worth $5 million. If you never played again, you were going to get $5 million. A lot of people would say, like, you're crazy. You took a risk here.
Yeah.
You took a risk. Why?
Just love of the game. I mean, I feel like I put in a lot of work for it, and I feel like God didn't give me a second chance to sit out again, and He's showing, as we speak today, like how I'm, I guess, gifted and I'm one of His.
You bet on yourself.
Yes, sir.
Right? Ultimately, that's what you did here. You bet on yourself, and the money didn't equate to you being able to play the game you love. Was that the biggest thing here?
I just felt like, really, if I just keep working hard, then I could probably make the same amount of time, or even more. So just trying to give it all my all every game I go out there, and every time I step on the court, just not try to take advantage for it.
So do you remember when they finally told you you're cleared? Do you remember that conversation that day?
It was it had to be August, July, one of those. I remember he said, they said all my reports looked good and that I was clear. And then Coach Marco, he had went to the doctor's appointment with me. He was on our coach staff. He just like gave me a hug. And so after that, I just knew everything was fine right there.
What were your emotions? I mean, you're waiting to hear those words for 2 years, right? You don't know if you're ever going to play again. Then you don't know if anybody's going to actually take the risk on you. You haven't really done anything in 2 years. What was it like when they finally told you, yeah, you know what, you're good, you're clear?
It was just a relief, like just everything, all the stress just dropped off my shoulder. I feel like now I could just focus on basketball and just focus on trying to get better, really.
When you first got out there, your first game of the season this year, we talked to you afterwards. UTRGV, right? First game back in November. What are you feeling going into that game?
Anxiety was running. I seen my mom was at the game. She missed the game when they were supposed to come to the game at Florida State. So she made sure she came to the first game of this season, and I blew her a kiss right before the game, and I just felt relaxed. Like then just knowing that she was there, and then hearing our fan base was in there, it was like a real fun game to play.
6 seconds to go. He'll drive to the left, towards the baseline, loses the ball, he's on the floor. 1 second to go. It's over. It's over. It's over. Kansas State has won the game. 83-82. The Wildcats have upset the second-ranked team in the country.
What did it feel like after the win against Kansas when all the fans stormed the court?
It was like a different feeling. I never experienced fans running the court, so I didn't know what to expect. Like, should we stay on the court or not? So it was just seeing the excitement out of everybody. It was like what college basketball is really about. I mean, Coach Tane preached that we shouldn't have that many fans at the game just because we playing. It's because we are playing, and this should be the only thing fans should see us win. They should expect us to win and stuff like that. So just seeing everybody coming out supporting us and showing that we had one of the best in the country fan base, it was really a great feeling.
Has it hit you again where you came from a couple years ago and where you are today?
Yeah, I mean, every day. Every day I think about it. I wake up, thank God for just giving me the opportunity. Before I get on the court, I just pray for a healthy season. Just keep putting my faith in God. I mean, He got me through my situation. And I feel like that's the best I can do is just keep praying and thanking Him every day.
Your next step after this season, you have a year of eligibility left, but my guess is at 22 years old, you're probably done with college and you want to move on and play professional basketball. What's next for you?
Really just trying to focus on the season right now, just trying to get through, trying to get to the Big 12 championship. That's our main goal. I mean, we came in, they had us last in the conference, and our coaches from day one, they put that on our locker and just use that as motivation. So every time we come in, we just look at that, and we've been talking about how we want to win the Big 12 championship, and we just keep having faith in each other. And last night we proved that we could possibly do that and just try to make it to the tournament, just taking one game at a time, and I feel like that would help dictate my future, really.
Down the road when you have kids, what will you tell your kids about everything you went through?
Just never give up. Just never let somebody tell you that you can't do something. Always have faith in yourself and faith in God, and He'll get you through a lot.